Okay, now we're good. All right, I'll start over again. Hey, and welcome today. I want to thank all of you for being here. My name is Jennifer, and I'm a nutrition coach and lifestyle coach at Bandit CrossFit in Woolmarket. And like most everyone else right now, my family has really been feeling the impact of food inflation. And the topic has come up a lot of times at like family gatherings about like literally lots of groceries have kind of doubled in price over the last couple of years. Um, and with grocery expenses consistently rising week after week, we decided to address the issue directly and try to help as many people as we can out with that. So through some careful adjustments, I've been able to successfully cut my grocery spending anywhere between like a quarter and a half. It just kind of depends on the week. But the tips that we have for you today not only saved me money, but also helped me to maintain a well-balanced diet. Despite the common belief that eating healthy comes with a hefty price tag, the truth is that most of the beneficial foods are not only good for your body, but they also tend to be budget friendly. So today I'm going to share 3 crucial tips that'll help guide you in maintaining a healthy lifestyle without draining your wallet at the same time. A little bit about our background. At Bandit CrossFit, we are partnered with Healthy Steps Nutrition to help our clients using a framework that's guided, tested, and proven. We believe that something as fundamental as nutrition should not be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. But we know that helping you become the best and healthiest version of yourself isn't just about what you eat or just going to the gym for a couple hours a week. We have to focus on a holistic approach that addresses all of these things here in the wheel on our nutrition, our stress management, our mindset, your support system, and your lifestyle. Healthy Steps Nutrition has been around for quite some time. We have been affiliated with them since 2017 or late 18. But they have helped over 45,000 people all over the world to take control of their health. And these are just a few of their incredible success stories. I said that it was simple, but that doesn't mean that it is easy. There's a lot of misinformation out there regarding the best diets, the best foods, the best exercise programs. So it's no wonder that we all feel overwhelmed, especially if we sit here and Google, like, what's the best diet? What's the best exercise program? You'll get millions of hits and you'll be super confused. So we try to keep it simple, and hopefully you don't feel overwhelmed. All right, let's dig in to why we're here today. With the rising costs of gas, food care, healthcare, and rent, maintaining a balanced diet while managing your finances has become a very considerable challenge. This is a current concern for everyone, not just in our community, but everywhere. Whether you're single, you're married, you're a parent, you're a student, you're retired, we all really are looking to save some money, right? The good news is that enjoying tasty and nutritious meals does not have to cost you a fortune. When people aim to save money, one of their initial adjustments often involves cutting back on expenses related to healthy food choices. While some may understand the rationale behind this decision, what if we explore ways to uphold a nutritious diet while not exceeding our budget? Today, we're talking about making our lives healthier and saving some money along the way. So we'll be exploring how to create a healthy budget for healthy eating. Now let's dive in together and find the sweet spot where health meets budget for a better, more balanced life. So tip number 1 is to plan your meals before you go shopping and make yourself a grocery list. Plan your meals ahead and make a shopping list. Y'all got that? Planning your meals and making a shopping list is a great way to save money while eating healthy because you don't spend money on things that you don't need. When you're planning your meals for the week, think ahead about recipes that are simple but can go a long way. And I always try to include my schedule for the week when I'm thinking about planning my meals, because I certainly don't want to plan a meal that takes, an hour to cook on a night that I'm going to have 3 different kids at 3 different practices and not have enough time to cook that food, because then the food's going to go bad and it's just a waste of money. So really looking at your schedule and planning your meals for the week and being realistic about having the time to cook them and cooking them, and then also saving money by using your leftovers. So one very well-known and a popular recipe that we have from HSN is our famous egg muffins. These breakfast little muffins are easy to make, and they're perfect with people with hectic schedules who are always on the go because they're super quick to prep. They cook fairly quickly, and then you can just grab and go, heat them up if you want to, or eat them cold. Once you've figured out what you're going to be eating for the week, make a detailed shopping list based on that plan. Your list will keep you focused in the store and prevent you from buying things that you don't need. Another tip for buying things that you don't need is to put your grocery list into the Walmart grocery app or whatever grocery store you shop at, and make yourself a grocery pickup, because then you really can't buy things that you don't need or aren't on your list. These things will help you cut down on food waste and avoid spending money on items you won't use, which will help you stick to your budget more effectively. And again, a pro tip is definitely to take advantage of grocery pickup, or if you don't live in the middle of nowhere like I do, you can get your groceries delivered. For some of you, discovering recipes and organizing your week might seem like a lot to begin with, and I understand, but I've got a super simple solution for you. Also, you can find that recipe for the egg muffins on healthystepsnutrition.com, or you can go to Bandit CrossFit's website, and all of Healthy Steps Nutrition's recipes are linked on our website too. Let me go back because I got lost mid-thought. Super simple solution for trying to plan out your meals is to use this food options guide. Let me open the workbook because I tried to print it and it did not work. So I want to look and see if this is linked on the workbook. If not, I'm going to link it in the chat. It's not. So I'm going to link that in the chat. Hold tight. I'll do it at the end. We have a food options guide that is super helpful as a starting point to know what kinds of foods are best to choose. We always want to pair lean protein sources with non-starchy vegetables and some starchy carbs to help you stick to the plate method. If you're new to these nutrition talks, the plate method is a super simple way to guide you and help you set up your plate for success. When you're looking at your plate, you'll fill half of your plate with non-starchy vegetables, like your greens, your green beans, broccoli, asparagus, all those kind of things. Fill up a half of your plate. And then the other half of your plate, you divide in half again so that you've got a fourth and a fourth. And in 1/4, you're going to put your lean protein, your chicken breast, your lean beef, turkey, that kind of thing. And in the other quarter of a plate, that's where you put your starchy carbs, the things that we love and get us into trouble, like pasta, rice, potatoes, all that kind of stuff. So we're still having our favorite foods, but we're having them, or the starchy foods. Maybe that's not everybody's favorite, but you're still having that just in moderation, and the plate method keeps you on track with that. So when you're looking at this food options guide that's here on the screen, consider foods that can be used multiple times a week or in multiple recipes. So if you're looking here, I don't know if y'all can see my cursor, but under protein sources, they're divided up into lean, moderate, and fatty. So that's just based on how much fat is in that protein source. So you really want to choose from these that are green and have the yellow ones every now and then the red ones, the fattier meats, you want to have on occasion. And then your volume, non-starchy carbs, these are the vegetables that you're going to fill up half of your plate with. And then when I link the food options guide, you'll have the whole list there. Things like oatmeal, onions, spinach, potatoes, sweet potatoes, or even carrots can be used in various ways, but they're still giving you vitamins and minerals that you need, as well as fiber. Choosing high fiber foods is very helpful for helping keep you full and helping keep your body functioning at its best. Another pro tip is to time block. That can make a significant difference. Setting aside 1.5 to 2 hours on a specific day every week to handle everything from planning your meals to creating your shopping list and going to the store, preparing meals, organizing everything. Sometimes that works for people. It doesn't work super well for me because my kids play travel ball. And so a lot of times we're out of town on the weekend. So I tend to I do my planning towards the end of the week, like Thursday or Friday. I look at what the weekend looks like and what the next week is going to look like. And I really spend some time planning out my meals and my grocery lists. And then I usually make my pickup for Sunday night, or if I have to go in when we're getting back into town, we'll go. And then on Mondays, I try to keep my work day very free. And if it's not, when I get home, excuse me, I will cook a very large meal that night that will give us some leftovers so that I can prep my husband's lunches for the week from whatever we ate Monday night. And I will make whatever I'm making for myself and get my foods prepped and the breakfast prepped and kids stuff and all that. So I kind of do my planning on one day, I do my shopping on a different day, and then I do my prepping when I can fit it in, usually in the evening time one day during the week. If we're home on Sunday, I can get it all done. But anyhow, taking care of these tasks in sequence paves the way for a successful and healthy week, and will also eliminate decision-making fatigue or stress when it comes time to eat. It's already done because you've got a plan. Sorry, tip number one took a long time. Tip number two, we want to focus on cost-effective, nutrient-rich foods. To make your healthy eating journey both budget-friendly and nutritious, consider these options, incorporating affordable protein sources such as eggs, legumes, and canned tuna. All of these provide both nutrition and they're very cost-effective. Another tip is to buy in bulk from places like Sam's. That's the only wholesaler we have around here. Or if you get over to New Orleans or Mobile, you could shop at Costco's. But splitting up and freezing for later use is a fantastic way to maintain nutrient-dense groceries cost effectively. Opting for frozen fruits and vegetables are often more budget friendly than their fresh counterparts, and they maintain their nutrient content. So these produce options also go a long way with meals, being able to incorporate them into smoothies and filling up your plates at lunches and dinners. Consider making your snacks over prepackaged ones. So make your snacks instead of buying prepackaged snacks. You can make your own trail mix with nuts, dried fruits, make your own yogurt cups with yogurt and granola. And you can buy off-brand stuff too, will help make a difference in your budget. Vegetables with hummus. And then when you're looking at your carbohydrates, consider nutrient-dense whole food carbohydrate options that are shelf-stable and can also be bought in bulk, such as potatoes, beans, lentils, brown rice, oatmeal. All of those kind of things last a long time and will be much cheaper if you buy them in bulk. Attempting to tackle all of these things at once can definitely be overwhelming. So my suggestion is to choose one or two tips that you hear today that best align with your preferences and start from there. Making small changes gradually will accumulate over time. Tip number three is to shop smart and compare prices. Did you know certain days of the week grocery stores mark discount items that can save you a ton of money? I used to know Winn-Dixie's schedule for this, but I don't know it anymore. So it can be a great idea to take note of this in your local grocery store, and I'm sure that you could ask to find out. And there's also something about the bread tie colors to let you know when the bread is the freshest. Also, don't remember that. I should have looked these up. There are also some other resources such as apps that will tell you where groceries are the cheapest. Flip, FLIPP, is a great finder for the best deals from each retailer. Instacart isn't a price comparison app. It is a great alternative, though, where you can view and compare prices from several different grocery stores. It doesn't do it for you, but if you take a little bit of time, you can figure it out. There's another app called Ibotta, Ibotta. I didn't look into this one. I'm not familiar with it, but you can use it to scan your receipt after grocery shopping to get cash back. Not 100% positive that our grocery stores here work with that, but definitely something that I will check out and certainly will post on Bandit's page if I find luck with it. You can even sign up for your local grocery store's emails or download their app. I think I have the apps for all the grocery stores, and it is very helpful to see their sales Be sure to check the app before you do your weekly meal planning session to see if there's been any recent markdowns on things like proteins or produce or even some specialty items that you might be looking for. As you dive into deeper as you dive deeper into savings mode, on occasion, you might find yourself splitting your shopping and going to 2 to 3 different stores. It all depends on what you're planning and where the money saving sales are. Let's talk about healthy meals on a budget for a minute. This is a great resource. A way to create balanced meals that are good for your wallet and your health. Some meals are just short of $5 and provide you with all the nutrients that you need. Let me see if this is in the workbook. There's a little mini version of it on the second page under tip number 3. So you can see there, if you're not blind like me, meatloaf muffins, that recipe is on the website with a cup of mashed sweet potatoes and 2 cups of steamed broccoli. Total cost is $3.28. So if you made the whole pan of meatloaf muffins and bulk made your mashed sweet potatoes, you could have lunch for the whole week for what, less than $20. And if you're eating out, then that is certainly a huge savings. Another tip for saving money with your groceries is to not eat out. One last thing to consider when you are grocery shopping is choosing the off-brand. I mentioned this ahead of time. It can really cost 20 to 25% more, the name brands do, than the off-brands for the same exact thing. Think about if you have $100 grocery bill every week and you just switched your name brands for the off-brands, you could really save $20 to $25 a week, which could really save you an average of $100 a month, which is huge. Frees that money up for other things that we need to spend it on, right? Okay, that's about all I have for the grocery planning, but I always like to go over our core principles because this is what is most helpful for people trying to eat healthy and make changes and lose the fat and just create a healthy lifestyle. So the first thing that I like to have people do is to really focus on whole foods first. Eating meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of starch, and really try to limit sugar. We should start choosing whole food options and less processed foods packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to start this, there's 2 ways, really. I talked about the plate method earlier, but the first thing that I would encourage you to do is to shop the perimeter of your grocery store. If you think about it, when you come into the grocery store, if you stay on the outside, that's where all your fresh, real food is. And all those middle aisles are the packaged things that are going to be high in sodium and fat, and everything that you read the label for is going to have sugar in it, and it's super frustrating. And then the second thing is to really focus on that plate method: half a plate of vegetables, a quarter plate of protein, and a quarter plate of starchy carbohydrates. So this helps you to focus on a balance of macronutrients. And when I say that, I'm wanting you to start looking at your meals that you're eating and even your snacks too, and asking yourself, does this meal that I'm consuming have a protein, a carb, and a fat in it? When you pair each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients, you will find yourself feeling fuller for longer. And then our principle number 3 is to limit the number of processed carbs and sugar that we are taking in. The American Heart Association recommends that we have no more than 6 teaspoons of sugar per day for women and 9 teaspoons per day for men. However, the average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year, which comes out to be 46 teaspoons a day. So on average, we are having way more sugar than we need to be having. And it's not surprising because sugar is super addicting. And when you start reading nutrition labels, you'll see that it's hidden in almost every food package that you find. Considering that there is an average increase of 3.4% in food cost compared to a year ago, I feel like milk and things like that is way more than 3.4%. Maybe not. It's super important that we be trying to shop smarter and make thoughtful comparisons when we're planning out our meals. It might take you a little bit of extra time, but it's worth the effort, the time and the money. Time is money, so nothing like saving money for your time spent. As we wrap up, take a few moments. I want you to ask yourself, how are you currently managing your food budget? And are those strategies working well for you? Do you see some areas where you can improve today? And if anything that we talked about today sparked something in you that makes you want to make a change, I would love to hear about it. So you can post that in the comments. I haven't even been looking to see if there are any comments. Let me go. All right, Kayla, I hope you found something today to start implementing. We do have a nutrition coaching program at the gym. I don't like for these nutrition talks to turn into sales ads, but I also do these to help people. So if I can ever be of help to you, please let me know. I do have some frequently asked questions that I want to go through real quick while you're thinking kind of back on today's talk. How can you avoid the temptation of unhealthy, lower cost snacks? When it comes to your health goals, it's very helpful to remember your why you want to lose weight or why you want to be healthy, and to visualize your future self. If you could picture yourself at your goal weight or being able to do some of the things that you could do if you lost the weight, and just being able to picture yourself in that environment, thinking about like, who are you with? Where are you? What do you look like? What are you wearing? How do you feel? Holding on to that can be very helpful in helping you to choose foods that align with your goals and helping you stick to it when the going gets tough. Some other helpful tips are to stick to your shopping list, use the grocery pickup, avoid impulse buys, and opt for healthier snack alternatives. Sorry, excuse me. All right, what are some healthy snacks that won't break the bank? I think things like nuts and seeds, yogurt, and fresh foods are affordable and they're nutritious snack options. Avoiding processed snacks can also save you money while promoting better health. And here's something to think about too, like if you sit down and you have a cup of yogurt with some nuts and seeds and maybe some fresh blueberries or something like that on top and all mixed in, versus like my kids like to grab fruit snacks. And when they were little, it would drive me nuts because the little bag of fruit snacks, they would eat one and they'd go back and they'd get another one and they'd go back and they'd get another one because they weren't getting full because it wasn't real food. And so I'd much rather have them eating one serving of yogurt with some nuts and seeds and the fruit that's going to keep them full rather than going through 400,000 fruit snacks a week that are expensive and not good for them, right? And not filling them up because it's just sugar and no real food to it. I'll skip that one. These are just a couple of our recent people in the gym that have had success. Kim came to me in November looking to lower her cholesterol because her doctor wanted her to go on medicine. And she said, no, let me try this program at my gym first. And she did. And she just had her cholesterol rechecked the other day and she's down 41 points. And along the way, she lost 7 pounds of just fat and she's lost over 19 inches. So we do see a lot of success in the gym. Another free resource other than I get these nutrition talks once a month, and I also have a weekly email that I send out. There's a post somewhere where you can get on that email list, or you can just message me back and I can give you that link. But Nutrition Made Simple, if you're a podcast listener, is a podcast that our dietitian at Healthy Steps Nutrition puts on. And it's just great because I feel like the more we surround ourselves and fill our minds with the things that align with our goals, the more successful we are at reaching your goals. So it's not real regular that this podcast is put out, maybe once every 2 weeks or a couple times a month, but a lot of really good inspiring stories and tips along the way too. If you ever are interested in just learning more about what our nutrition program has to offer or anything else in the gym that we can help you with, There's a QR code there that you can scan, and I think that's just for a phone call. So just a quick little, 5 to 15-minute phone call to figure out what your goals are and what your needs are, and then for us to let you know what we have available. But certainly, Kayla, I hope you'll listen again. Next month, I think we're talking about inflammation, if I'm not mistaken. Still have a couple of weeks to work on that, but I try to do these the first Thursday of every month. So if it was helpful to you, share it. And hopefully, I had the most people sign up for this. I think 17 people signed up for this talk. Only one came live, but that's okay. I know the week time is busy, but I'll send everybody that registered the recording. And if you ever have any questions, you can reach out at the gym. You can message, and I see all the messages that come into the gym. So just holler. Again, I'm Jennifer, and I'm super glad you made it today. Okay, one question. Yes, I certainly will send you the recording for sure. Everybody. All right, y'all have a great day. Happy Thursday. The weather's beautiful outside. Get outside for a 30-minute walk. Bye.